Hi, Stephanie. I got your email. As you can see, we are here now. So I think I freaked myself out when it came to doing your reading. Mediumship, like it comes naturally whenever I do it, but I never know if the answers are right until afterwards. Now, I haven't had a person come back and say, like, that didn't resonate, but it still freaks me out. And you had some very specific questions from what I can recall. And at first I was like, all right, cool. But as the months went by, I'm like, hold on, something is jamming me up here. So when I received your email, I was like, you know what? Suck it up, Aisha. I'm going to do this organically. I'm just going to tap in and see what comes through and what he wants you to know. So first and foremost, something that I noticed was a little different. I always pick a frequency when I go to listen to or tap into somebody's session. I didn't get the usual for you. As you notice, you hear like a little music in the background. And I also never smudge right before, right? So the music is connected to a video that's called Wonders of the Ocean. It's scenic sea and wildlife. It's oceans, it's trees, it's animals. And this fire, this is smoke, right? So an elemental is the first thing that popped in my mind. If you were wondering where he is now, where his soul is, he did not choose to just follow the white light. And in this moment, like the message I got is like, he's not a follower. That's not him at all. No, he is on the breeze. He is in the trees. He is in the smoke. He is in the sea. And I've definitely never had that message before. Ever, ever, ever. So automatically, this is going very different. Now I'm going to pull and do this more traditionally. Oh, that could have went really bad. For what you need to know right now. What you need to know from him. What you need to know for yourself. But that opening message felt like the correct tone, the correct way to do this. He wanted you to know that he is in the flow of everything. And sometimes you catch him on the breeze. Okay. Sometimes you catch him on the breeze. And in that moment when I heard that, it was something about the leaves going by you. I think that's what gets me about mediumship, because I'm telling you messages that are meant to be things that are just significant to you, and I'm just like, feel like I'm passing on an inside joke that I don't get. But the moment that it hits you and you realize that your person has a new existence, that they didn't actually pass away, they just left their body, makes it all worth it. Sorry for how long this took. It wasn't a you thing, it was a me, trust in me thing. So, you can find him anywhere you look. Because he's always right there when you need him, first and foremost. So, the first message is about you trusting your intuition. There is something you're meant to be writing, something you're meant to be creating, and it's something that will further your bloodline. Like you're passing on a history or a legacy or a gift to those that come after you. But you are the ground floor for this thing. You've got all the pieces, right? And this is also a sign of like elemental energy. That's fire, air, water. What's the other one? On here it looks like action. But it feels like the ability to bring them all together in completion. It says will, wisdom, and mind. Like you were given all the tools as you were growing up to do this. And the reason you even signed up for this reading was so that you had assistance outside of yourself at like a heart level in order to get it done. Because you might not have understood the significance of what you were doing, but you're building. You are building the ground floor. You know how some people come here and they say they're working on generational wealth? You are passing forward generational wisdom through what you do. That happens to come with a little bit of wealth to start everything off. But it feels like it could be like a physical home, actually. A home that passes on going forward. But there are also things you'll write in a book that gets passed on. Are you big on genealogy? Because that's a little bit of like what I'm sensing. Like a family tree book, possibly. The history of your family or things that other people might not have known. But I'm picturing a home. And what is archaic? Because I heard archaic. But it felt like a house where you are keeping all the stuff. Like where you have the old photos from the people that were from before you. Where you have a bookshelf where the first couple of books are books that you wrote there for people in the future to see. And this could be physical. It definitely feels physical. But it could be spiritual too. Both. Okay, so you creating this house in the physical is actually creating something in the astral, like a safe haven for your future woes. Your future family. So archaic. No longer in everyday use, but something used to impart an old-fashioned flavor. Clearly, he was intelligent, okay? So, it felt old. Like you remodeled a house or something. Or maybe it becomes a house that gets old and it's like, you know, the feeling of going to like great grandma's house and she has all the photos of her family and books from when she was younger and stuff from like people before them, like the old photo albums and stuff. Your home is meant to be a mausoleum or the one that you create for future generations. And this will all be based on whatever it is that you write that's in alignment with your purpose. So let's get to that, because this is like a combination reading. So what parts of Stephanie's self is she meant to be sharing in order to bring this into fruition? Because I'm getting that through your work is where you'll find the abundance in order to do this, like for the family, for the lineage. You might even end up, if you don't already have an ancestor altar, but it's like you creating the space will be the place that the ancestors can go through. That's also part of the reason why Dad is just lingering, going through the oceans and enjoying being a part of everything. Like when it rains, he gets to be a raindrop. When it snows, he gets to be a snowflake. Like he's getting to do it all. He's free. He's never been this free in his life. Was he somebody who worked really hard? Was most of his life dedicated to making sure the family had a certain thing going on? It's like he still gets to do that, but it's limitless. And he wants to help you be limitless as well while you're here. So, pioneer, doing something that has not been done before, right? And it says, a passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. But that heart spark, sharing your heart spark, sharing your passion, sharing what you enjoy with other people so they can feel the joy that is embedded in your creations. Don't hide your heart, is the message. Engineer. This is somebody who can connect dots, recognize patterns. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression, a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Do you have Virgo energy? I don't know your chart off top. So now the deeper message. All right. So we got the Fool, right? Which is somebody who hides behind humor. And then we got child orphan. But what I'm feeling is like there's some inner child healing that needs to be done. Maybe because of how much you worked, there are parts or times that you had to raise yourself in some way, shape, or form, or you felt lonely and you didn't want to make anybody the burden of the attention that you needed. But independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering your fear of survival. Maybe this is connected to him leaving earlier than you wanted him to leave also. But don't be afraid to come out. You're never alone, is the message that I got off of that. You're never alone. And you're never meant to back down. There are some things that you don't do because you know they are outside of the status quo. But maybe you meant to have your own lane. You are saying the right thing. Imagine a world that's like the upside down, where everybody's doing everything backwards. You look at stuff in a way and you see, well, if they did this, then everything would go better. And sometimes people don't want to hear the right way. Like, for instance, I struggle with telling clients, like, hey, do not have sex with people before you're in a bond or bind, or y'all know y'all are moving in that direction. Nobody ever wants to hear that. But Then when the relationship breaks up or they stay in it too long because they had that oxytocin bringing them together, right? Then they're like, oh, I wish I had never gotten in this situation. I've never felt this bad before. But when you see a practical solution and you know the right thing, it takes a lot for you to stand in that when everybody else is more into the instant gratification of what looks good at this time. That's something that you will be pushing forward with as well. You are going to be showing in some way, shape, or form through what you create a way that people can live their lives easier. And those who choose to or want to go in the right direction will follow you. It's not for everybody. If everybody was going the right way, I don't even think there would be like a healing industry or modality or anything like that. So in this moment, healing deck. I was going for finances. Nah, the Heal Yourself deck came up. There is something blocking you from fully stepping into your creations, is what I heard. Oh, I was in there making roast. It's my first day with the crock pot. So, are you trying something new also? Because it's been on my shirt the whole time. But that's the first time I was drawn to, oh my gosh, I have something on my shirt. So, what is blocking Stephanie from the next level in her creativity? And her purpose is what I heard. You must flow too. And on the screen right now, it's a bunch of dolphins. A bunch of dolphins going through the ocean together in a pack. There are like 12 of them. But the message I heard was go with your flow too. Don't tear apart what you feel like you're made to create. Now it's a school of fish. But the message is pretty much you're not alone. Be in your flow and you'll hear those that are helping guide you to create the correct things. There's more than just your father with you. There are other ancestors. There's an older lady here. There's an older lady here that's with him. She was close to him in some way, shape, or form. I think I'm seeing her human form because she was sort of little and chunky. Not like choke, but she was thick. Do you happen to have any Asian family members? The interesting thing is the first card for Healing Yourself was pay attention to the signs. But notice the owl in the tree. She's walking through the dark. She has a light. She can't see anything. But the owl is over there like, whoo, hooty hoo, this way. There's some fog. And my eyes are just all drawn to the rocks, the trees. The way that it keeps coming through my head that you're literally getting led through the breeze. And now there's a fish that looks like Nemo. And it's so weird because I even feel like the times that my eyes are being drawn to the TV is for a reason. Like you could never be lost because your dad's always there. And I wanted to say to find you, but I guess that's the theme of Nemo, right? It's literally a Nemo fish. You're never too far away from him. Pay attention to the signs. He's always there. So, the block has to do with some things that you need to release. And the very human muggle procrastination. But I'm drawn to what this alchemy is. Your work will be alchemy. What you create will be alchemy. When you just sit down and say, all right, I feel like I'm going to do this. I have no idea what I'm going to create today, but then you just allow yourself to work on whatever medium is, that's when it's going to start coming through you. That's where the alchemy kicks in. It's not something so much that you had to think about. Fear of doing it wrong. Fear of not creating something that's going to be great. Fear of not knowing if it's going to turn into anything. All these things are blocks. Create freely. And now I get to use this one. So what will happen when Stephanie begins to create freely in her flow state? When she just keeps swimming. Let's see. You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. And this is designer. Right? Next, we got spirituality, because you're going to be channeling whatever you're creating. This is definitely something to do with that 12th house, and I believe you have the gift of mediumship too. It's just sealed off for some reason. I'm going to send you the link for the chakra test too to see if it has anything to do with your crown or your third eye. So use money magic spells to increase wealth and prosperity. That's my jam. Spiritual advisor, healer, tarot reader, or anything in the occult. You're being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. And I feel like this is the finality. Business, right? 1515. That's the angel number. And I'm going to look that up in a second. 1515. But do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO, or anything in the corporate world. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. This is about you being your own boss, using your gifts to expand and stretch and become the foundation for the family line going forward, for a new level of freedom, for a group of people that don't have to work for other people. And even if they don't do the same business you do, you know how sometimes people have a family business but they don't want to work for the family business? They don't have to work for the family business or continue what you do, but they will have the faith to start whatever their business is because you jumped out of there. And because of sort of, maybe you come up with your own spell book or something, whatever alchemy or holistic healing is part of what book will be on that family shelf one day. So 1515, angel number, and I'm going to screenshot this, right? Because you know the algorithm gives a different description every time. You might not see the same one, but I bet you'll see one for you. Just keeping this one. Is a message of new beginnings, personal development, and significant change coming into your life. It encourages you to trust your intuition, break free from limiting patterns, and embrace personal growth and new opportunities. It can also signal positive financial changes and a call to focus on your personal freedom and growth. I don't even know, like, there's nothing else I can say about that, right? So I'm going to pull for a closing message from the energy deck. He doesn't want you to worry about anything that was, only what can be going forward, because that's where the beauty is. Take what was and turn that into something that you'll be happy to look back on at the end. There may be many things or parts of even the situation you had with him or things that occurred in his life that you're not happy about that still make you sad when you think about him. No more sadness. It's sort of the feeling there. It doesn't have to be that way. Just keep swimming. And it's crazy how like that pops in sometimes. So what is the message you would like me to leave Stephanie with this time? I really keep hearing he's never too far. Like, you are loved. Remember how much you were loved. And as long as you remember that and you keep your heart open, anything can shift for you at any time. It's up to you. Like, you've got the power. You might have some planets at the 2nd degree in your chart, but you got the juju. I told you, I feel like you can do this as well. It's just you weren't recognizing. The same way that I said I was getting nervous about doing mediumship, I didn't know if I was going to do it right. Yes, he has been sending you signs the whole time. But you are the thing that brings everything into balance. It's locked in your heart. It's locked in the things that you will create from love, including the family that you will one day create from love in some way, shape, or form. There is something about your crown that's important that we gotta look into or possibly heal. But re-trusting in your own intuition, because that's actually gonna be the thing that you're gonna be creating your new art from. You're gonna be trusting something higher than yourself to bring through works that speak to other people from that higher level. I'm getting that you need to watch, even if you've seen it before, just so you can reconnect to this crown energy and something that you need to know in accordance with this reading. What Dreams May Come. It's a Robin Williams movie. Oh my gosh, that movie is beautiful. But even if you've seen it a million times, watch it again after this, and there's something in there that you will notice that you did not notice before that will make you emotional because you realize like it's a message that he's been trying to send to you. And also sort of you'll get an idea of what he's been doing with his free time, because it feels like not knowing what he's been doing has really been bothering you, and he's been having a blast. So I'm so happy to deliver this message, and you have a lovely day. I cannot wait for your feedback.